Planning, the process of determining the organization's objectives and deciding how to accomplish them, is the first function of management. Planning is a crucial activity. This is because it designs the map that lays the groundwork for the other functions. Planning involves forecasting events and determining the best course of action from a set of choices or alternatives. The plan itself specifies what should be done, by whom, and how. But before an organization can plan a course of action, it must determine what it wants to achieve. For this, a mission or mission statement is very important. A mission statement is an organization's fundamental purpose and basic philosophy. It answers the question, what business are we in? Also, another important piece of information is the vision or vision statement. And here, vision statement means where and how the company wants to be in the future. There are 4 general types of plans for meeting objectives: strategic, tactical, operational, and contingency plans. So, strategic plans establish the long-range objectives and overall strategy by which the firms fulfill their mission. These plans are developed by the firm's highest managers. Strategic plans generally cover periods ranging from more than 1 year. They also include, for instance, plans to add products, purchase companies, sell unprofitable segments of the business, issue a stock, and finally move into international markets. Strategic plans must take into account the organization's capabilities and resources, the changing business environment, and organizational objectives. Plans should be market-driven, matching customers' desire for value with operational capabilities, processes, and human resources. Tactical plans are short-range, designed to implement the activities and objectives in the strategic plans. These tactical plans usually cover a period of 1 year or less. They help keep the organization on the course established by the strategic plan. So, tactical plans allow for flexibility so that the organization can react to changes in the environment as well. So, it is important to keep focus on the company's overall strategy, but at the same time respond to changes. Therefore, management must periodically review and update these tactical plans. For instance, declining performance or failure to meet the objectives set out in the tactical plans might be one of the reasons to change and revise these plans. So, operational plans are very short term. They specify what actions specific individuals, work groups, or departments need to accomplish. Actions will eventually achieve the tactical plans and ultimately the strategic plan. These operational plans provide details for executing activities during 1 month, 1 week, or even 1 day scales. So finally, contingency plans are plans designed to take into account possible catastrophic or different circumstances and events. These events can be potential disasters such as product tampering, oil spills, fire, earthquakes, computer viruses, or even a reputation crisis due to unethical or illegal conduct by one or more employees. These are the plans for the worst case scenarios. So let's now look at the controlling side of the management. Here, controlling refers to evaluating and regulating ongoing activities to ensure that goals are met. In controlling, there are 3 principal activities. First, we need to set the standards or specific goals to which performance can be compared. Second, we need to measure the actual performance and compare it against the standard. And finally, we need to take corrective action. Another key function of management is to lead and motivate. So let's think about leadership. What do we mean by leadership? Leadership is the ability to influence others to do certain things. These are the pictures of historical leaders in different times and in different countries. So, in general, we can observe two types of leadership. Formal leadership, in which there is a legitimate power of position as the basis for authority, but also we can talk about informal leadership, which is not recognized formally by an organizing authority, yet it could be very powerful. So, although there are more styles of leadership, these following three are one of the most common subsets. Autocratic leadership is characterized by being task-oriented. Here, workers are told what to do and how to do it. They have almost no say in the decision-making process. Participative style, on the other hand, people have some participation and members are involved in the decision-making process. And lastly, in the entrepreneurial style, this leader is very individualistic and is based on the personality, but the leader is very charismatic and inspires others to work towards a common vision, and a vision that could benefit all stakeholders. Here are four important leaders and business people. Which style of leadership do you think works best? Is one better than the other in all cases? Well, the answer is that management style should be chosen according to the situation. Among other things, effective leadership depends on interaction with employees, characteristics of the industry and the work situation, and also on the manager's personality. Most everyone agrees that Hitler was a bad person who committed terrible crimes against humanity. But was he a good leader? What do you think? Please leave your comments below. At each level of management, managers specialize. The areas of specialization include finance, operations, marketing, human resources, administration, and others. While large firms will mostly have all of these managers, in smaller firms these important tasks might fall into the owner. Companies may not have dedicated managers for specific areas. However, every company must have someone responsible for instance, obtaining financial resources, transforming resources into finished products for the marketplace, hiring or dealing with the staff, marketing goods and services, handling the firm's information technology resources, and managing a business segment or the overall business. An important area for many companies nowadays is also the information and technology area. So management can be a very demanding job. Thus, managers need a toolkit full of skills. So technical skills are the specialized knowledge and training needed to perform jobs that are related to particular areas of management. This knowledge is needed most for first-line managers, but is least critical for top-level managers. Conceptual skills are the ability to think in abstract terms and to see how parts fit together to form the whole. These skills are needed the most by top-level managers. Top management must be able to evaluate continually where the company will be in the future. Interpersonal skills are the abilities to deal with people both inside and outside the organization. Interpersonal skills are very important in organizations that provide services, such as hospitals, airlines, and banks. Analytic skills are abilities to identify relevant issues, recognize their importance, understand the relationships between them, and perceive the underlying causes of a situation. These are one of the most important skills to the success of top-level managers. And finally, communication skills are abilities to speak in public, listen, and write effectively. These are also very important at different levels of the management function. So in conclusion, the further up the managerial ladder one moves, the less important the technical job skills become, and the more important conceptual skills are. For the final topic, let's take a look at decision making. Managers make many different kinds of decisions. So you can imagine that decision making is very important in all management functions at all levels. This is true whether the decisions are strategic, tactical, and operational. So a systematic approach usually leads to more effective decision making. By systematic approach, we mean these sort of 6 steps. So first, we identify and recognize the problem or opportunity. Then we generate alternatives. After, we select an alternative, and then we implement and evaluate the solution. But it's very important to monitor the consequences of the decision. So I want to finish with this following idea. Management is not a cut and dry process. There is no mathematical formula for managing an organization and achieving organizational goals. However, many managers passionately wish for one. Managers plan, organize, staff, direct, and control. But management experts say even these functions can be boiled down to 2 basic activities. Figuring out what to do despite uncertainty, great diversity, and enormous amount of potentially relevant information, and getting things done through a large and diverse set of people despite having little direct control over most of them. Managers spend as much as 70% of their time working with others, so social skills are very important. Managers speak with subordinates, but also speak with their bosses, people outside their hierarchy at work, people outside the organization itself. In these interactions, they discuss anything and everything remotely connected with their businesses. Yes, management is complex, but ultimately, if executed skillfully, is a very rewarding activity. So this is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the